Well, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. It is your boy Pokestocks, bringing you guys with a very big video in terms of going over one of the biggest questions. But before we hop into this, I do got to bring up a few points. I'm currently on vacation, as you guys can see on the top right of my screen. It's 12:38 a.m. So I'm recording this in the mountains right now. I have my hotspot connected, so if the video is not as great in terms of quality audio, keep that in mind. Have mercy on your boy. Now, of course, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so please take this for your own advice. And if you want to join the Discord, I don't know if I said that already. I'm sorry if I did. Link in the description and comment section. Now, with all of that out of the way, guys, let's talk about one of the biggest questions right now in the market, which is buying or selling. I think this video is way more important than what you guys might think because it's going to go over, some of the biggest questions that we all have as investors in turn, just general investments, whether it's Pokemon, etc., etc. Obviously, regarding this video, we'll be talking about Pokemon. Um, Now let's hop into this. I brought up five lists. I'm gonna go five bullet points. I'll be breaking down all five of them and explaining what I think. Now, in terms of guys, what to expect this video, I do want to make it pretty clear, as I did say in the intro. I am on vacation, so I'm not on my PC. I have all the tabs. I don't have that. I just have two tabs open right now. Remember, guys, I have my hotspot. I'm in the mountains. It's 12:38 a.m. I should be sleeping, but because I'm trying to bring you guys some fire content, I'm sacrificing my stuff for that. So just remember, and yeah, if there's anything wrong with the video, just keep that in mind. Now, here's my first point I do want to bring up. Remember, I have five. So let's go over, guys. Some products have peaked and might be time to sell. So, okay, let me rephrase. I'm sorry. I should have started this off with the title, guys. Going over buying or selling. Let me just define the two. As investors, I find myself into this massive trap, guys, all the time of just constantly pouring money into this market and constantly buying. And in all honesty, I have never sold a product in terms of actually like selling it. I've only been buying over the past few years, and I've only seen growth from that. And there's nothing as bad. I have to also make that pretty clear. There's nothing bad, guys, by buying or selling it. I'm not hating on either one of those. Keep that in mind. This is just gonna be a video going over, what I think and sort of the market as a whole right now. So let's go over the first thing, guys. Some products have peaked and might be time to sell. I think prismatic evolutions and 151 are going to be great examples for this video, and most importantly, the ETBs, because they really do demonstrate the Pokemon hype and where the market is headed, and they both counter my points, giving opportunity to support both of these scenarios right here. So, we have certain sets, guys, like 151, like have prismatic evolutions that have peaked. And that word peaked, guys, can mean many things, but I think for this video, just to go ahead and simplify it, is sort of having an all-time high and really never expecting to beat it. If we look at 151 and we look at the chart, for example, we look at the 1 year, very, broad view, guys. Prismatic ETBs did hit an all-time high of 150. Do I think prismatic ETBs will ever hit an all-time high of 150? In the current market, of course, guys, long-term growth, 4 or 5 years, they'll be worth 150. I understand that. But, in the next few months, do I think these prismatic ETBs will hit 150? Most likely not. And we could sort of analyze that with just what's going on in the market, guys. Or you have Sam's Club, Costco. I mean, in PokemonCenter.com, releasing ETBs left and right. It's very interesting. So that also, guys, counteracts my point and brings me to the other opposite question, like Pokestocks. You just said, in a few months it will not hit 150, but in a few years it will pass 150. And that's, guys, what makes this video so difficult to record, because there's not a true answer here. And let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Like, just before I even finish this video, you can do a before and after and listen to what I'm saying. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this buying or selling opportunity? What do you guys think? Are you selling? Are you buying right now? How long do you predict, etc., etc.? Now, this is what makes this video so hard, and I think that's why, us PokeTubers, just like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the Pokemon market's very, one-sided. I feel like we all have this vision in our head that the Pokemon market is always gonna be bullish, and we're continuing to see prices keep going higher and higher. And it's like, dude, should you truly ever sell any of your product? Because if I were to sell my Evolving Skies booster box, guys, for $2,500 today, I know, and I have this feeling in my chest, this is of course an opinion, that by the end of the year, the Evolving Skies box will reach 4, 5, or 6K. Like, what's the point of selling? It makes the market um so bullish, guys, for so many of us, and it's a bad thing, I think, guys, to have this bullish mindset all the time, because what's truly the point of selling if prices just keep going, you know? Just a throw it out right there. Now here's my point number two. Oh, going back. Okay, I should rephrase that. Before we hop into point number two, what I was saying about peaking, right? We saw prismatic ETBs hit 150 in the current market. And we look at, for example, at 151. 151 ETBs are not peaking, bro. They just keep passing their peak. So bringing up to my point again, guys, like, should you ever sell? Like, it's very interesting. Now going back to the charts right here. Point number two, newer promos and boxes are being slept on. Time to buy low. This is a very, very interesting topic, or a very interesting point, because I feel like so many of us, guys, great example of this is in the month of July, we saw Celebrations had a massive buyout. And if you guys remember when we saw Pokemon Center ETBs go from like 240 to right now $400, that, my friends, is a crazy example of, products just being slept on, and then a big, big push out right now of buying, just a massive buyout. And this might not play a major role, guys, in buying or selling, but it brings into the point, like, what should you be buying? What should you be selling? And all of this other, massive news that just goes on in the Pokemon market itself, the hobby in general. And I think, we're going to continue, guys, to see Pokemon sets just push, push, push. And it's just that, I don't know, it's that, like, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Is it the deja vu moment, bro? Because, like, should you ever sell Pokemon? It's crazy, guys, and it's like a video that I have to do with all of the biggest YouTubers, and just record this and be like a 3 hour podcast about what we think, because I think it'd be very interesting, guys, to all hear our thoughts. Now here's my third bullet point, which sort of goes to number two, which is the fact, guys, that there are still a lot of modern sets. For example, trainer galleries. I noted this down because I think trainer galleries right now, guys, are a great example of a great opportunity to buy. And I do think sets maybe, and I'm not saying this to cause or spike any nerves or anything like that, guys. Keep this in mind. This is just for the other side of the video. Remember that. As trainer galleries are a really good opportunity to buy right now, as they're all under 100, should you be selling your other high singles right now and sell them and then buy them? Like, you know, here's the premise I want to get across, guys, for this video. And it's a very, very straightforward point. I want you guys to, because I won't be able to convince any of you, and I won't be able to convince myself of anything. But I want you guys to just really, really think about, like, the Pokemon market in terms of the bullish and bearish side, because we see great buying opportunities right now. I always make those videos, and then you never see me, guys, talk about selling opportunities. And that, my friends, is a little bit scary, because the fact that I never talk about selling your product brings into the fact that I myself, guys, have that mindset. And it's like those same people in the comment section, the same people in the Discord who have this mindset, just like myself, who think they can keep throwing money into this market and expect to see growth. At the end of the day, guys, we don't know that, right? But it's just that satisfaction that we know, that we sort of know this, dude. And it's crazy that the Pokemon hype will not end in the next month, the next 2 months, and we're gonna continue to see growth. And that's the thing, guys. Like, we never have this selling opportunity. If we go way back on this channel, I made a few videos, talking about how I was kind of interested in selling some of my products. And I never ended up selling my product, guys, because back then I bought a booster bundle, right? It was $40, and now it's worth 70. Why would I sell that at 40 when I knew it was gonna go up? It's sort of just like selling stuff I don't need to sell. It's that point, guys, that we all have this massive bullish mindset right now. And I do want to make it pretty clear. This is going to hop into point number 4, guys. And I think this is very important, because you have to put your ego aside, and you have to realize, I'm going to say the quote of life. This is not regarding Pokemon. This is not regarding, freaking money investing. This is just a quote you have to remember in your lifetime, that nothing lasts forever. If that is regarding your life, because we all do die, and if that is regarding, freaking Pokemon, the hype will end, guys. The wildfires will end. The freaking wars will end at one point. Nothing lasts forever. So keep that in mind. I know that's kind of crazy that I'm bringing up, like, other topics, but it's just important to remind yourself, guys, that at the end of the day, we do not know how much longer this Pokemon hype will last, and it will slowly fade and end. I'm not saying that we're never gonna see. Let me rephrase that before I say something. I do want to make it clear. I'm not saying that the Pokemon hype will end and we're gonna see prismatic and MSRP. I'm not supporting that. You can think whatever you want. But there will be a point where we will see Pokemon on shelves again. A lot of people, guys, thought a great example of this, and this is a solid fact now. You cannot deny this fact. You know, in 2020, so many people were saying that the Pokemon hype will never end, and we'll see prices continuing scalping be a massive issue. And there was a massive gap in the market when we saw 151, when we saw Paldea Evolved, and all of these sets, guys, be at retail for MSRP for a very, very long time. And then we're going through this massive bull market again. You can relate this to stocks. You can relate this to any other market you're in. And you can realize that we're going to have bull runs. We're going to have bear markets. I mean, you look at freaking the stocks, bro. And you know, look at whatever stock you're into and take a lifetime view of it, guys. And you're going to see bullish, bearish, gaps, and, you know, everything in between, buy candles and sell candles, etc., etc. So just keep that in mind, you know. Here's my thought on just all of that, what I said. You know, Pokestocks, are you ever going to sell your Pokemon cards? Are you ever going to? Am I, guys? I don't know. That's the thing. I can't answer that question because I don't know what will happen tomorrow in my life financially, etc. But say, for example, life was perfect and I never had to, you know, actually sell anything to sacrifice for my life. Would I ever sell anything? Would I? Just a personal thing. Like if I had this all on the side and it was all for fun and I never needed the money, would I ever sell anything? No, I wouldn't. Because I know, guys. And this brings it back to the beginning of the video, right? It makes it such a hard video to film because we all have this bullish thing, bro. Because I know my evolving size booster box will be worth, you know, way more than it is today if I never saw it. And that's it, guys. It's really interesting. Now here's my last point for this video. It's a fact, guys, that people are starting to get smarter with investing. Now, what I mean by people are starting to get smarter with investing is just the solid fact that people who do research, people who watch videos, and I'm not saying I'm the best YouTuber, I'm not calling myself out on this, but people who do their own research, people who, you know, connect with the community, people who connect with other people are starting to realize, guys, that there are certain products that are going to do better over the FOMO ones or over the ones that are just complete garbage. And this might be a good and bad thing. And the reason I want to bring it back to this video is because you have to realize that as soon as people start to realize that maybe they should be pouring their money into this, then there's going to be more volume into that market, which then indicates that there's going to be more product and it's going to be cheaper, etc. Like supply and demand, just that issue. Just keep that in mind, supply and demand. And, you know, this point is really broad. I do want to make it clear, guys, you know, if you made it this far into the video, this video is not specific. I'm not calling out any set. I'm not calling out any YouTuber. I'm not calling out any mindset. It's just going over the broad view of, you know, the buying and selling market in terms of the Pokemon hobby. Now, here's what I'd like to end this video off, and this is not a bullet point, but just a personal thought that I'd like to plug in, which is the fact, guys, that, you know, where do you, and I'm asking you personally, because I want this to be the most interactive video on this channel because I want to hear every opinion. I want to hear every single thought. Let me know in the comment section or in the Discord. You can go ahead, join, do whatever you want. What do you guys think about the buying and selling market of Pokemon cards? Do you think we are going to go through a massive drought where selling our cards is going to be a lot harder than it is today? Or do you think we're going to be in a continuous bull run where we're going to see cards continue to rise and prices just hit all-time highs? Let me know. I know there's probably going to be a lot of fighting in the comment section. There's going to be a lot of arguments, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to go to bed, guys. It's currently 1 a.m. in the freaking morning. I'm in the mountains, bro. It's like every time I'm talking to the mic, I'm looking around, make sure, guys, there's no freaking bears or wolves coming at me. Your boy Pokestocks is dangerous right now, chat. Like, you guys put your boy in some risky scenario right now. That's going to go ahead, guys, wrap it up for today's video. Again, I would like to say thank you for just having mercy on me for the video. I know it's not the greatest, but I promise to make you guys some banger content when I get home. Have a great day, my friends. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.